Om Shanti. I know you must be excited to know where God is, right? Where is God and who is that Shankar? Okay, who is known as Adam, Adam, Adidev. He is in corporeal form, right? That all that we know. He is he's an ordinary body. Okay. As far as Bhagavad Gita goes, there is a reference that God comes in an ordinary human being. Okay, he takes a divine birth. Very simple, right? So God does not come in a way we have imagined him. Okay, he comes, okay, as per how he is originally. Okay, so very important that we recognize him. Okay, how he, based on how he is, not what we have imagined. Okay, we all have imagined in our own way. Okay, and we are expecting him to be revealed in our own way, but it's not possible. Okay, that's why in Bhagavad Gita also it has said that we can only use divine eye. Even if we don't believe in Bhagavad Gita, still think logically. If we cannot see our soul, we the souls, okay, so how can we see God? Okay, if we also can able to connect with other soul based on their actions and their expressions, then how can we not we connect with God, right? Same way. God also comes here and perform action. Biggest action he does is to give the knowledge of truth, right? So that is called giving third eye, which we are taking it right now. Based on that, we are recognizing it. Okay, so very, very important. Some people think this knowledge is not connected to what I have been believing. Please remember, you didn't know. Okay, what was your previous birth? You might be Hindu, Sanatan Dharam. We are rejecting this right now. Okay, but you never know. You have been Sanatan Dharam, so don't look at from a limited perspective of one birth. Look at the broader perspective that God is giving us. Okay, this is not just considering Sanatan Dharam knowledge. This is the knowledge for everyone. Sanatan Dharam souls have been converted, went to different knowledge. This is for you, whether you belong to Muslim or Christian religion. We have so many souls who have a Christian background and still they are following this knowledge very nicely from Muslim background, Christian background. So we need to see from your past. Are you a deity soul? You can easily able to connect with this. But it doesn't matter which religion, bodily religion you have been divided into. Okay, so God is bringing together through this knowledge. This is not just specifically to Hindu, all Sanatan Dharam souls who look like that. Sanatan Dharam, you are also part of Sanatan Dharam. Okay, it's all about imbibing the principles of Sanatan Dharam, not about how we look or where we have been raised. Okay, very, very important. So based on that, it's also very important. Now you will be getting a lot of new information. Okay, that's also in a Bhagavad Gita slok section. You will see that how God's knowledge cannot be compared with anyone, so we cannot evaluate. Okay, our past with this knowledge, we have to use this knowledge as it is. Okay, so we cannot say we cannot analyze it or compare this knowledge with what we have received. We have to compare the rest of it with this knowledge. Okay, this is the source. Main source where all the other things have come out, but it were incomplete. So God is completing it with true information, replacing the false with truth and really clearing the picture. Okay, and he is doing it through one entity who is known in all the religions. He's known as Adam, Adidev. Okay, so he through all the souls from all the religions. Okay, all souls from all the for all different religions, they will be connected. Okay, through him, actually to God. Okay, that's why they have a memorial in their religion that Adam is not called, but he is not he's not different. Okay, he's made in the image of God. That's what it says. Okay. Okay. Now let's understand where God comes. Okay. Where is Adam? Okay. He is in India, which actually original name is Bharat. India comes from British, but Bharat is the place where God comes. Okay, now many people suddenly will start raising the questions. Why India? Why not Australia? Why not China, Japan? Okay, there is a reason. There are a lot of reasons actually. First reason is God says he will only come at a place, okay, where he needs to establish heaven, right? Of course, it makes sense. He's here to transform the world. So where there was heaven, we have a memorial of that already, right? Remember, we learned in the previous session, okay, whatever we recollected based on what we heard from God, we have kept the memory of it, right? So all the memories now it's going to become real. Okay, whichever first we have to correct that memories and then it can become real. Okay, so we are going to focus based on the task that God has to serve, right? Bharat is considered to be ancient country. Okay, we know all this other land is perishable lands, Australia, in America. Okay, we just came into existence. Like America came 500 years ago. Okay, America's existence came to know 500 years ago. Australia's existence came to know 300 years ago. Bharat is the only one, okay, which is considered to be an ancient country. It's imperishable land. Okay, Bharat is the place from where actually where every religion has connection. If you want to know, we can talk about it. That's why it's called motherland. Okay, mother of all the religions. If you look at the history, the existence of all the religions has connection with Bharat. Okay. Again, if you are not sure, then let's connect. Maybe you will come to know more about it. Okay, or you can wait until part 2, Rajyo. God only himself will teach you. Okay, if you completely take God's teachings, you will not have any questions at all. Okay, that will come in part 2. Okay, and Bharat is the one who has many religions, many languages, many people. Okay, Bharat is the place where there is, we know already, okay, lot of corruption is going on. Okay, there is irreligiousness in the name of the religion is religiousness. Okay, is going on in Bharat. Most riots and war and open market of death in the name of religion is happening. Okay, play of unnecessary bloodshed in the name of religion is happening. Okay, that's why in Bhagavad Gita also, the verse itself, it has used Bharat, Yada Yada Dharmasya Glanirvati Bharat. Okay, the birthplace of Bharat, of God is Bharat. Okay, and another reason why God chooses Bharat is because the importance of purity, okay, is given in Bharat. Okay, and it is connected with women. First of all, you will see there are not many divorces. Right now, we are influenced by Western culture, but go back in the history. Okay, how women are not just seen as a personality for having pleasure, but it is also respected in the form of feminine power. Okay, that's why we say Bharat Mata, Shiv Shakti Avatar, Ant ka wahi nara hai, Vande Mataram. Okay, and God is not partializing, okay, by selecting Bharat. These are the reasons he's telling, he's serving his purpose, right? All of us souls, we have our origin is from Bharat. As I told you, you never know, in the previous birth you were living in Bharat only, you belong to that culture. Okay, so very important. We have to look with a broader perspective. God actually chooses the ancestor souls from all the religions at this time. Okay, that's why we rotate the rosary of 108. You know why? This is the significance. When God comes, even though he comes in India, he knows where he needs to go, so he can able to grab the ancestor souls of all the religion. Okay, and then collecting them, he can start his task. Okay, so very important. So all the powerful main souls of different religions have been taken when God initiated the task, and that's why 108 Rosary is worshipped in all the religions. Okay, so look at the commonality. There is a reason, right? So God is not partial, right? So that's why God chooses Bharat because of the importance of purity. Okay, and one more thing regarding women, that there are not a lot of divorce happening in India, right? So women used to just to stick with one, be very loyal, okay, to husband, regardless of how husband would behave. So that is also connecting with the power of purity the woman has, how she sustained her relationship, fulfilled her the duty, okay, as a wife. So that's why loyalty and that woman had. Based on that, the purity is also connected. Okay, Bharat is also called land of deities. We know that the deities are worshipped there, right? The most, and also Shivling is worshipped there. So that tells that, oh, God must have come there. Okay, it has worshipped the most. It's a called country of world mother, one father. Okay, land of penance, birthplace of a great man, Mahan Purush. Okay, we know. I will show you like a lot of predictions that is happening even by philosophers. Okay, that has mentioned that, oh, that great man, okay, through whom the transformation will occur, he is born in Bharat only. Hmm. Um, so Bharat is the place where God incarnates. Okay, and if you really see all these current scientific inventions or advancements that we are witnessing, okay, you can really see that was already been predicted in the by the great men, some of the philosophers, okay, in back in India. Okay, we have so many examples if you do the search. Okay, and Bharat itself was called Jambu Dvipe Bharat Khande. Okay, that existed all the time where heaven was established. Okay, so Bharat is the place where God comes, and this is where the predictions come. Okay, in here, Notre Dame said that the great man will be born in such a country which is surrounded by water from the three sides. Okay, so God Himself tells us, and a lot of predictions. I will share the book with you. You can go through it. It is all indicating the Bharat to be the birthplace, okay, of God. And Bharat actually is referred to the body God comes, and based on that, the place was named Bharat. Okay, because God, in whom God comes, um, he possessed the quality, okay, of being constantly immersed in the light of knowledge. He's the one who attained complete knowledge from God, okay, and based on that, uh, his name was kept Bharat, and because of him, the place was named Bharat. Okay, so that's why it's important. Okay, so name in the scriptures has some significance. Okay, through whom the biggest revolution and transformation he is placed with that name. That's why we say Mera Bharat Mahan. Okay. So based on his name, Bharat, the place of the name, based on his elevated task, the body was kept. The name of the body was kept Bharat, and then the place also was placed as Bharat. Okay. So Bharat is the birthplace. Now let us understand how God began his task. Okay, again, it might be little challenging for you, but you need to keep one thing in mind. Okay, just imagine yourself, okay, studying a degree which you have no clue at all. Okay, you're sitting in orientation and you are receiving presentation of what you will study in 8 years with fancy terms. Okay, at that time you will feel overwhelmed, but because you know that, oh, through this 8 years of study I'm going to also get mastered in it, you don't leave, you don't quit, you complete your study following that curriculum. Okay, and eventually you receive the results. And here it's the same thing. This is a school of making our intellect from Tamsi to Sattvic. Okay, so it follows the same format. Okay, so thinking it's too difficult, it's normal, right? We are the Tamasi intellect. Once we reach to the Sattvic intellect, then everything is piece of cake for us. All right, so please keep that in mind. Okay, you're just taking just a baby, the food of like that can be hold in the baby spoon. Okay, you have been um, you have been fed baby food. Still, this is not the big thing. Okay, so that's why please don't take it so hard on you. Just listen to it attentively. Go through Rajayoga part 2. Give yourself some time, 3 to 6 months. Then you will be at a very good place. Okay. So in here, one thing, first point here is God takes the support of three murtis. Okay. Now, three murtis are basically helpers. Okay. God takes the accomplishes task. Okay, with the help of three helpers. Okay, three personalities. All right, we could go with that three personalities. Okay, which are known to be highest among 33 crore deities. Okay, God does everything practically. So all these deities, they are here in this world. They are in a human form. Very important. Brahma is not somewhere up above. Vishnu is not somewhere up above. Shankar is not somewhere up above. Okay, these three personalities, we'll understand them. Okay, very closely. But important part is God takes the support of this personality, which is in ordinary human being form, ordinary human form right now, okay, to achieve his task. All right. So that's in memorial of them. We put 3 leaf bale leaves, okay, 3 leaves of bale patra on the shivling. Okay. In the memorial of God achieving the 3 tasks through 3 personality, his name is kept Omkarnath. So the meaning of word Om. Okay. One meaning we have already learned, Om means I the soul. Okay. But another meaning of Om, okay, is connected with Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. See, Om is made up of 3 syllables, A, U, Ma. Okay, A for Brahma, U for Vishnu, Ma for Mahesh. Okay. So Om means basically the task of Brahma as establishment, task of Vishnu, sustenance, task of Shankar, Mahesh, okay, as destruction. So God comes and does 3 tasks. Please don't take it in the physical sense yet. Okay, we have our intellect is all the joint under the joint tamoguna. We will take everything in a physical sense. But in here, God achieves 3 tasks, which is creating divinity in the soul, removing defects in the soul, sustaining divinity in the soul. Okay, that's why it's called God. And he does it practically, which is also referred in Gita, chapter 9, sloka 2. Okay, so let's understand now how God began his task. Okay, through these 3 personalities. So right now we are considered Shudra. Okay, because our intellect, okay, we have performed lowest actions, inferior actions. Okay, lowly intellect, who are referred to as Shudra. Okay, so God is making us impure to pure. Okay, Shudra. And right now we are in Kali, which is the worst of a class. Okay, so that's why Shudra, meaning small, cruel, low, worthless, mean-hearted, beggarly. We do have demonic qualities, right? Any impurity, like we have the impurity at the extreme level at this point. So that's why we are called Shudra. So God makes us from Shudra to Brahmins. Brahmins means his children. Okay, the one who imbibes purity, okay, the truth that he is narrating, and he makes effort to purify the soul. Those are called Brahmins who follow the direction of God. Okay, and through Brahmins we achieve our aim, which is to become deities. Okay, filled with divine virtues. All right. So let's see. And then this is how God makes us from ignorant to knowledgeable. Having worldly knowledge cannot be said we can be knowledgeable. Okay, earning good income, we are not knowledgeable in the real sense. Okay, the real knowledgeable means one who stays free from all the negativity. okay, within and around. Okay, we are constantly remain stable in the nature of peace and happiness, being soul conscious in connection with God. Okay, so knowledge means no trace of sorrow. Okay, at all within us at any given time. Okay, constant stability. Okay, so we become from child of human beings to child of God. Okay, once we recognize Him and accept His knowledge. Okay, so that's why Shudra. In here, we are impure, ignorant, dark intellect, Shudras. Okay, so now through this picture, we will understand how God is currently performing the task. Okay, in this birth, if you have a background of basically of Sanatan Dharam, okay, even though you right now, if you're Christian, Muslim, don't forget in the previous birth, you have been, okay, born in Hindu or Sanatan Dharam. So you can still relate it, okay, that sanskar is still there. If you have become deities, so that's why you can easily connect, okay. All right, so in here we have to understand, okay, and this Trimurti is a similar word to Trinity, okay, in Christianity, right? But again, God is the one. Remember, we are not comparing other things with here. Here, from here, everything else have been, you can say, taken, okay, at other places. So we have to understand that, okay. All right. So let's understand this, okay. 5 heads of Brahma is shown in the path of Bhakti, okay. 5 heads doesn't mean, okay, person with 5 faces, okay. Chatudanand or Panchanan, it is known, right? This picture, which is called Chitra, okay, picture depicts or reflects the characteristics, okay. It is used as basically in a figurative, metaphorical way to tell us something. It's not that there is a physical person with 5 heads. Okay, very, very important. I know we have heard so many stories and we are influenced. It's hard to digest. But please use your intellect. It will make sense. Okay, without being influenced by what you heard. So 5 faces is basically a representation of 5 souls God takes. Okay, you must be wondering, you just said 3 personalities. I will tell you, okay, the where 3 has come from, but right now, just bear with me. Okay, this 5 heads is telling that God took the support of 5 souls because souls sit in the head, right? So this is basically a team. God took the support of 5 souls who achieved the task of creation. Creation doesn't mean in the physical sense. Creation means divinity. Remember, we already talked about it. You cannot create the soul. It is all about creating, okay, the awareness of who you are based on the truth. That's what God did. Okay, He established that thought of new world is coming. Okay, creating a world within, okay, of divinity. That's what here we are talking about. Okay, it started back in 1936. Okay, God has come into this world since 1936. All right, and He took the help of this 5 souls to start the task. Okay, this is the team. Okay, Brahma with 5 souls, he started the task. It's signifying the team, the 5 members who collectively achieved the task of creation. Okay, in the beginning. So that's why it is called Brahma. Okay, Brahma is the name of the team. All right, I hope it makes sense. If it's not clear, you can contact us. Okay, so that began in 36. Okay, similarly, the second task, okay, of out of that 5, God did accomplish the second task only through one, which is Shankar. So I hope it was clear to you. Okay, again, all these are new things, but bear with me. Remember, it will take some time. Okay, but it makes sense, right? So Shankar, regarding Shankar's appearance, you will come to know this is same as Adam we are talking about, okay? He doesn't look like this, just an ordinary body, but all this ornaments, okay, or the appearance that he has, it reflects his characteristics, okay, his effort, his purusharth, we can say, okay, effort making skills actually as well, okay. Now I'll come back to the Vishnu, okay, the third personality. So this is also Shankar is also you can say the name of the team, okay, we can just refer to that, but in that team we will say that there are two souls. Shiv is in him, right? We already know that, right? So that's why we can say one body, two souls, right? We have understood that already. All right, so that is basically a task of removing the defects, right? Which is achieved through him. Now the third task is Vishnu. Vishnu means sustenance. Okay, Vishnu is not a person with four arms. Very important. It is basically, it's a name of a team. So four arms represent these four souls, okay, from creation. God took the help. Okay, so they are the one who helps God to complete the task. Okay, and as well as sustain it, giving the feeling, okay, of heaven in this world. Collectively, there will be a environment in this world, okay, where those helpers of God, okay, will sustain the souls, okay, will help everyone sustain their divinity, okay, in this and give that experience of heaven, okay, not just amongst them but to the world as well. So that is what it is indicating, okay. So this is not a person, this is also a combination of four hands, four souls, and one who is standing is one soul. So five souls who started it, they are finishing it, okay, the task of sustenance. So think of it like that, it's easy to understand, okay. So the way we are thinking of Vishnu is not the way in reality it is, okay. Now understand from a spiritual way, you will be able to see, just like this example, right? Mothers have shown many hands doesn't mean that there is a person with many hands, okay. It is basically it's telling us something, right? That mother is multitasker, okay. So the way we look at things, that makes a big difference, okay. So God is here, he has started the task through this five souls. Now let's find out, okay, we are going to go through it real quick, how God started the task with their help,